Well, good morning everybody. Ae4xo. We're getting ready to head out to Warsaw Island. We got some paperwork going on, but wanted to show you the marina here. It's a nice day in Savannah. It's a little cold and the wind is blowing, but definitely time to get on onto the island.
South and north end goes up, goes down. We got big tides today too, but we're just about high tide. So what we're going to do, we're going to head out this way towards the ocean, hang right on the Swimington River. And if we went this way, City Savannah's right up here. But we're going to go out towards the ocean into the wildlife refuge. We're going to wind our way through these little creeks, and I have enough water to go through this cut. And we'll wind our way down, and we're going to land right about here. Okay. When we get on the island, you tell me what you may want to do. Well, go towards the pavilion trail. I don't know how and where you want to set up, but
we want to spread out a little bit. It'd be nicer for me to be out of the wind. So
yeah.
Well,
when we go across this pavilion trail, about 50, 60 yards in, there's a remnant dune from a hurricane 1893, and it's about 33 feet high. So you'd be in the third highest spot in Chatham County. So possibility to set up there, or on one side of it where it's a little bit open except their little prickly pear cacti there. Or we can go all the way out to the beach, and you got 5 miles to spread out, whatever.
yeah. I mean, as long as there's a few trees or something like that, so I could throw a wire up in the tree.
So private property back here, Frank?
This is. Warsaw was owned by, after the Civil War. We have nice barrier islands, because I like to say the rich northern industrialists kind of saved them for us.
Yeah.
So actually, after the Civil War, the Parsons family bought Warsaw, and it was their winter retreat.
Wow.
They're from Maine, and so they would come down here for the winter, etc. And in mid-1960s, they started to develop Skidaway Island, which is right across the way.
Yeah.
So 4,400 homes, 6 golf courses, no gated communities. Parsons really did not want this developed. Now, Skidaway has 0 beach. This has 7 miles of beach. Here's Skidaway Island. Now, to make a causeway and a road down here, there's absolutely nothing, because that's how you get to Skidaway Island or Tybee Island. So they didn't want to see it develop. So what they did was they brokered a deal with the Nature Conservancy and the feds, and they sold this island. Actually, where am I? All this area here, it's about 10,000 acres, to the Nature Conservancy for $1 million in 1968.
Wow.
Even then, figuring, oh god, yeah, well, that beach
Yeah.
So, but they kept about 80 acres in the center here. So this is used as a still private, and it's used as a kind of a timeshare among all the descendants. So.
All right, we're leaving the marina now. Well, we're trying to get through the little channel here to get to the dock, and Trying to get through it. Going slow. Objects might have moved during flight.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Your
Claude.
battery there.
I got 2 batteries.
We went to Blackbeard, we hit dirt flight, so quite an interesting. We just come on something. You're right about being complicated.
You got side predictions and then reality.
Yeah, like radio. Yeah, right. Might be paddling, boys.
Move up for
Hey, Claude. Looks like we'll be able to spot ourselves. Oh, good signal.
Oh, yeah. All right, here we are.
I'm pretty easy. Whatever I gotta do.
Little pavilion here. So what I tried to do was set up right in front of the tractor. There was a nice big tree with a horizontal limb, and I put the antenna on there, and the coax end came down to my chair. You'll see that in a little bit later video, but that was how I did the setup this time, and it worked fairly well. I got pretty good amount of contacts with that. CQ, parks in the air from Kilo 0266, Alpha Echo 4X-ray Oscar, QRZ. Whiskey 2, Victor Delta Zulu, 5858, Mark here at Ky4bx Georgia, over. Roger, 55 New Jersey, thanks, Ae4xo, QRZ. Kilo Charlie 1 Romeo Sierra Romeo 5959 here at Ky4bx Georgia, over.
You're 57 into Rhode Island, Romeo India 73. Whiskey Delta 8, Juliet Mike Delta. Uniform.
The Whiskey Delta 8 Mike, I'm sorry, Juliet Mike Delta. Juan, I got you. Ky4bx is the park. You're 5959.
QSL Chris, I got you 5858 Northwest Ohio, QSL.
Roger, thanks for Northwest Ohio, and thanks for hunting the park today.
Thank you for being out there, 73.
Roger, Roger. It was a very cold boat ride out here, but we made it. Ae4xo QRZ. Alpha Echo 4 X-ray Oscar. Any more for 20 meters before I go to FT8 Ae4xo?
Kilo Bravo 9er, Juliet Quebec uniform.
Kilo Bravo 9 Juliet Quebec uniform. You're 5959 Curtis here at Ky4bx, over.
QSL 5353 South Dakota, Sierra Delta QSL. Kilo Whiskey 4 Fox Mike
Kilo Whiskey 4, Fox Mike, your 5959 here at Ky4bx Georgia, over.
Okay, QSL, got called there a minute ago, first warning. You're 57.
So we're switching, so now I'm going to get out my FT8 stuff.
Shot on 20 at 347. I'll have fun.
Ae4xo. Yeah, so finally got FT8 doing right. It was misbehaving a little bit, you know, not having used FT8 in a while. So I finally got it on 17 meters. I activated the park using 20 voice already. So I got the park activated, no problem. I got park to park with Claude and Bruce or Russ, and so yeah. So around here, let me show you around while we're transmitting. Let me show you around where we're at. We're right here by the beach. There's by the dock. We're right here by the dock. There's where we came in at. There's some supplies here. There's a tractor. You know, a little bit of kind of like a shelter, or not a shelter, but like a warehouse. Some tractors and trailers and things like that, with some gasoline and propane, that's that kind of stuff. So, you know, the maintain the island, that sort of thing. And so around the other way is the beach area, which we won't really probably get to until on the way out. So yeah, right now I'm trying to work a guy in Texas. He is on 759 right now, or 750 miles, sorry. And so so yeah, hopefully we'll get that guy here in a second, and then be able to move on. I tried a Ky4bx, I think it was, but he didn't come back to me, so I don't know what happened. But as far as antenna goes, I meant to tell you about that. The pack antenna, of course, right here, and it's kind of just propped up on a little log, and I got it going up to a tree right there, and then tied off like I normally do. So you know, nothing spectacular with that. And I was able to bring everything in. Had 2 boxes, and then my backpack, and then my chair and my table here. So I had to bring everything in that we needed. Yeah, so as part of us coming out to the island, we had to bring our own lunch. We had to bring water and Coke or whatever. I brought 2 waters, 3 little tiny Coke Zeros, and so yeah, so FT8 finally has a rhythm. Finally has a rhythm now. Call CQ, get a contact, hit OK, and then hit enable again on the CQ. So so it is going well. Finally, I don't know how long my battery will last, but I'm only using 50 watts, so you know, hopefully not too bad. But I know there's some other local guys that were trying to get us on 17 meters, but they just can't do that today. So actually ended up, you know, taking off my coat. It's getting a little warmer, I guess. The sun is right here, so you know, I am still kind of in the shade a little bit, but yeah, the report from US-0266 Island, I don't even know how to say that, from US-0266 is things are going really well today.
First 100. I'm being leisurely. I'm like, my thing is I paper log everything, and then I go in, and I just can't do it on a phone, and I don't want to have to carry a computer with me and all that. Now, if I start doing RIDI, I will, but...
Well, I was sitting on the box trying to hold the computer on the left, and that's where I got tired.
Yeah, but...
So this is Russ's spot.
Yep, this is my spot. I guess I ought to update my spot, to tell you the truth, and see if I can make a contact here.
Good old...
What band you on there?
I'm on 15 meters.
15.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go back to 20 on FT8, so...
I'll give that a second. This is Kilo Yankee 4 Bravo X-ray. Parks on the air, QRZ. I got a few pages.
I hate when it's like that and there's nothing for a long time.
Well, I've just been goofing off lately. I mean, This is Kilo Yankee 4 Bravo X-ray. Parks on the Ae4xo. I had one little kid call with 2 different call signs from New York. I got some DX and Ky4bx. This is Kilo Yankee 4 Bravo X-ray. Activating Kilo 0266 in Georgia. This is Kilo Yankee 4 Bravo X-ray. Calling CQ. Parks on there and listening. If I just use my whip on the spring base by itself without a coil, then it's just 10 meters rig. But and that's when I built that first one. It worked awesome, you know. And I use the antenna analyzer, and that's some of the other weight I have. I have all that kit, you know, antenna analyzer, and all that. Well, I figured we're going to be out here. If we had any issues, it would be nice to have equipment in case you need it. Probably go back and put your left. But when I built that big one, I said, I know I got to be able to build one that's good.
So here's Claude's setup. He's got a dipole going, a little mast here, little dipole action, and he's gonna change the links on the dipole. Ooh, the breeze kicked up. The breeze kicked up.
So that's a 2040 link right there.
So he's just got his stuff out here on the ground. He acquired a chair from a bottle. So he's going to get back on 40 meters. And FT891. Claude's going to get on 40 meters here, and you know, we had to bring in our own water and our own lunch and everything, so always good to be prepared. This is Chris, Ae4xo. Editing time. I don't know what happened to the audio after that clip of Claude, but in the next set of clips here, we're getting ready to exit the island. I was just talking about how I got 70 contacts with voice and FT8, and so it's time now after lunch a little bit. We had a little bit of lunch time and a good time on the island. A lot of contacts for all of us, and even though I would have liked to have a little bit more contacts, but I think it was just enough, and we spent a good 2 to 2.5 hours, 3 hours on the island, so it was definitely time to go. Editing Chris again. I don't know what happened to the GoPro, but I wanted to include this in the video. This is us coming into Ae4xo Island. There is a DNR type of reservation there that you have to get special permission to be on this island. But here Russ is putting up his end-fed half-wave antenna so that we can activate the island. And we got, I think, 13 contacts or something like that for Russ and I. Claude had already done this island, so he didn't need to have it again. But there wasn't really any place to activate very well. We had just a tree, and we were just kind of on the ground. And certainly portable operation for sure. So this is how you activate an island. Just basically put the stuff on the ground, activate an island without any facilities, and you know we didn't want to break out the chairs and all of that stuff either. So right now what we're doing is we're setting up for the logging. I had my computer so that we could see the call sign and the name and all of that. Russ likes to do his on paper. And so that's what we were doing, and we were just doing a 2-operator back and forth real quick, trying to get it done. And And so that's kind of what we were trying to show. And you know, basically, it's very, very primitive. It was very, very quick. We were actually worried about the tides coming in and that sort of thing. So we were trying to get out of there as soon as we could. And so we did good. We did good. We got what we needed, and were able to leave pretty quickly. This is us leaving the island. We, you know, backed out, and we're having a time, you know, getting off the dock there. It was getting to be a little bit dicey with the low water, but I wanted to get a picture of or video of the Asabo Island because we don't usually get to go there. So I wanted to show how it looked, and that was the end of our day. We just headed back and back to the marina. So there you go. We were able to handle those two parks and activate it. And Ae4xo Claude, he has now completed all activations in Georgia, all 203 parks. This weekend was the last one that he needed, and so he finished up his 2 or 3 that he had to finish while he was here in Savannah. So for me, I did 10 parks and over 200 contacts in 4 days time frame, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And so thank you for watching the video, and we'll see you on the next one. POTA on.